All right, good morning, everybody. So, this is a very special shave. Have a new release coming up from Ethos. If you've been on TikTok, you may have got some information on it. I'm not on TikTok, but I know Frank has a lot of followers there and shares information there. He's also on the DFS Shaving Forum, and he's talked about this there, and a lot of people are really looking forward to the release of Break the Chains. So I'm going to cover some detailed information about that. Might run the video just slightly longer. I'll keep this at the beginning for you. The shave today we're going to use is a Gillette Aristocrat 1934. So I think they had a Christmas release of these, and this is the one has a special place for me. The razor itself has been redone by Black Backroads Gold, and we are going to stick a Wizamet blade into it. All right, so let me cover that, set that box aside. We have a first beehive. It's a bone color that Alan Long had made. It's got a 28 millimeter reserve 5 fan knot in it. It's been soaking. Thank you, Alan. Love that brush. It's 28 millimeter if I didn't say. Anyway, okay. So, sip of coffee here. Try to get our throat cleared. So, I was sent a sample of the Break the Chains soap and had a shave with that already. Enjoyed it. And it's even better when you get it in the jar. So it's had that one didn't really have time to cure as much as it needed to. It was kind of a sample scooped at the bottom, sent off to someone that was a tester of Frank's, and then it was shared with me, which I greatly appreciate. Thank you, Mike. Anyway, I now have a full tub of these. I'm pretty certain Frank said that they would be released once he gets it to vendors and things, which could change the timing of stuff, but he's hoping by this coming Thursday or Saturday, somewhere in that neighborhood, is when it will be released. So vendors he uses will have the soap and splash, I believe, but there will be a number of other products that are available in this scent that'll be available only, if I understand this correctly, on the Ethos Grooming Essentials site. I'll have a link down below for that. Okay, so some information about this, and I want to share it. I asked Frank to give me, so I don't mess this up, because it's a very important release, and you'll see why. It's really being done to benefit some charities, some foundations, basically, that are helping. Not just to raise money, it's an awareness, obviously, for the trafficking of children and women. But it's more than just to raise money for the foundations that are helping stop that trafficking. It's also helping foundations that are involved in rehabilitation of those that are rescued from these situations. So you can imagine the trauma that individuals have gone through, and the things it would take to help them to mentally deal with what they've been through, accept what's a normality of life, and move ahead and be integrated back into society again. It takes time, it takes specialists, and so it helps foundations that assist with that as well. So a very worthy cause that Frank is trying to help benefit. Each sale, there's going to be a card that will come with every order. It'll have 2 codes on it. If someone wants to donate more than just buying the shave soap, it'll help you. If you're wanting to help more than that, just the purchase of the soap and the funds from that will go to these foundations, all you'll have to do is scan the codes there, and you'll be able to go to the one that he helps stop or rehabilitates things, and you'll be able to go right to those 2 foundations by scanning the code. So his main objective is to bring awareness to, obviously, this terrible practice of trafficking children and young women. So that's the information about the release and how it's going to benefit others. And so he's hoping for a huge sale to benefit these foundations. And because of that, he chose a scent that he knew would have a wide appeal to many people. So lemon verbena, you'll see that in a lot of mass-produced marketed products, various products across lines, and so that's because it's had a wide appeal. But here's information with regard to the scent we'll highlight. He mentions here, he says, the first point is that although it may smell like there's lemon essential oil in the lemon verbena aroma of Break the Chains, that's not the case. And it's interesting because when I received this and I let my wife smell it, she's, oh, that's a nice lemon scent. So you do pick up lemon. So that might lead you to think that's what's there. But the lemon verbena essential oil comes from a plant. And the other aroma ingredient, the verbena absolute, also comes from that same plant but a different part of the plant. And the verbena doesn't have the lemon scent, just a very green, deep scent that adds depth to the blend. So you'll pick up the lemon, but there's a greenness to it, just a freshness. It's a light, clean, it's not a feminine, it's not a masculine scent. It's just a refreshing, bright, clean scent that will work especially well warmer weather, spring, summer. So I'm sure you'll enjoy it as much as I have when I smelled it. There's 8 different products that I mentioned on the Ethos website. You'll be able to get this, not just the shave soap and the splash, but also the skin food lotion, a revitalizing facial serum, body oil, the EDP, body wash, shampoo, and conditioner. So that's the majority of the information on that. We've gone through almost 7 minutes here. Sorry about that, but very important to get out the information about this to hopefully have an extremely successful release. Hopefully it surprises Frank, catches him off guard, and he runs out of products. Because 2 very important causes to him and most everybody. I mean, who wouldn't want to be able to help these situations that people find themselves in through no fault of their own. So anyway, the scent here is, oh, that's a beautiful lemon. Well, it's got more than just lemon. It's a light, fresh, crisp lemon and green type scent. It's creamy to me too. Anyway, looking forward to it. Let me go ahead and get the blade and the razor here. As I mentioned, this is the 1934 Aristocrat. Has special meaning to me. I found this, got a great deal on this thing. It was in a case and it was listed, it had a chic, let me get some soap going here while I'm talking. Blah, 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 right? I know, sorry. Okay. So I saw a listing on eBay and it said chic razor. And I look and I think that's not a chic razor. It was this razor. Anyway, it had a vintage chic double-edged razor blade in it. So person just assumed that's what it was. And it was in very good condition, although it started to have the finish wear off of it, but it was in great mechanical condition. Maybe needed just a slight tweak, but Backroads Gold took care of that. Got a beautiful finish on it to match its original, and it functions just beautiful and one of my favorite shavers. Alright, so let's see where that gets us. I was trying to be careful because I know that brush was soaking for quite a while, and that will introduce a lot of water into it. I don't want to have too much water. I think it was pretty clear I had some growth here. I think my last shave was Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Can't remember. Probably Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday afternoon if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to look, but typical Ethos lather. And just a nice scent that stays with you. I'm going to say this is on the heavy side. Very refreshing. And I can smell it when it's on my face here. Excuse me. Not just the fantastic cushiony lather, but just the nice slickness that Frank soaps give. Everyone knows his soaps are a favorite of mine. And as I reduce my den, his obviously are taking up the majority of my soaps. Okay, you can already see that really took down the growth I had. We're going to go with our 3 passes. As usual. I was such a, 7 years of daily, everyday shave, not missing a day. I have gotten quite lazy and letting numerous days go by. Just life sometimes. Anyway, it is really a rewarding shave when you have multiple days growth going. So, as I said, this one was listed as a Schick razor. Although it was not, and so it was not the absorbent prices you see these go for when you can find one. I think I looked I think I saw one on eBay and one on Etsy. Both were in excess of $400. I think I paid $50 for this. And then Eric Mean Youper had sent me a coupon for Backroads Gold, which I used to get it refinished. So I do not have that kind of money tied up in it, but it is a special one to me because of that. How it was acquired, the gift of the finish on it. Thank you, Eric. We've had numerous things go back and forth between us over the years. And so it's not just a great shaving razor. It's stunning appearance too. Who doesn't like shiny things, right? Anybody that has followed my channel for long, and thank you to everybody, including the new subscribers recently. Anybody that's followed me for any length of time now knows I'm not huge on gold razors. But this one's special. So I've not said much more about the soap. It's, like I said, it's Frank's typical F-base, the firm base he has. And the quality of his lather, the feel of the soap, just luxurious. And can lesser soaps accomplish the same thing? Absolutely. But when you just want the luxury of that shave, it's another level, the feel of it. Let me get a rinse. And for anyone that thinks that Frank just gave me this soap and sent it to me, he did. Just because of, I've sent Frank things, he sends me things. It's not to pay for an endorsement or something. I don't do that. Anyone that followed me long enough knows that. And I did go make a donation in excess of what I had acquired, the soap and everything. And he knew I would do that. So let me hit some witch hazel here. So as I mentioned, this is something that should get released between and be available between next Thursday and Saturday. You should find it on his site. In all those, he'll be busy this week getting all those items produced besides just the soap and the splash. But if you want just the soap and the splash, that's fine too. Okay. And there's almost like a green tinge to the soap and the splash itself, and that's probably what comes from that plant that provides that lemon verbena absolute. Oh. All right. I am going to enjoy this scent today and succeeding days that I use it. I will say when I got the sample, I had a slight burning from it I spoke to Frank about. And I just want to throw that out there because I don't get it when I use this. And he told me, he said, you won't when you get the tub. He said, and that's why Frank hates samples. Everyone always tells people, oh, why don't they produce samples? Well, he said that it was grabbed before the soap's secured. They scooped it out to get the soaps filled. And then at the bottom, a sample was scraped out and sent to the individual that shared it with me. And it's not had the time to cure. Those soaps get filled in the jars and then set aside, and the sample gets sent right out. It's not really indicative as well of the scent. And you can have the wrong pH level in it at that point as well. So I didn't get any burning from the soap itself, just a slight little bit from the splash. So if I'm being completely honest, just a little bit from that, but nothing that would cause me to stop using it. So looking forward to having this and enjoying it on into the future with all the other Ethos products that I have, which is probably about, I think, 27 different scents that I have of Frank's. Anyway, so Thursday through Saturday next week is when it's anticipated, unless there's a problem with mailing out to his vendors. Break the chains. I'll have the link down below. Thanks for joining me for the shave. Sorry we ran a little longer, but it's not too bad. 18 minutes, and we shared some vital information about it at the beginning for you. Anyway, Damon, Kentucky, thanks again for joining me. Be kind, be safe out there, and we'll see you on the forum.